Every successful business owner who runs a B2B or a B2C company has a VSL on their website. And here is the proof that it works. This is Max Sturtevant. If you will visit his website, well copy, he's having a VSL which is 4 to 5 minutes long on his website, and he's making 150k per month from his email marketing agency. The next one is Tony aka Ops King. If you visit his website which is Ops King, then he has a VSL which is 15 minutes long on his landing page. I can go on and on. This is Kinan, who is running a 50k per month recruitment agency, and he has a VSL on his website as well. The next one is Ayman Arab, who is running content marketing agency and is making 120k per month. Enough of the proof, let's dive in. The best advantage of a VSL is that it helps you in booking more sales call. It morphs your sales call into an order taking call, and it pre-handles the sales objections that you will be getting on your call. You can have text all over your website, but 73% of the people prefer to watch a short video compared to 11% who had rather read a text-based article on a website. 88% of the people say that they are convinced to buy a product or service by watching a brand video. If you want to increase your sales conversion by 73%, then you should have a VSL on your landing page. I have analyzed 10 VSLs of successful businesses. Heck, I have scripted the VSL for my own website. I am going to give you a clear-cut, no fluff guide in 13 simple steps on how to write a VSL without paying a video production team 10 to 30k and without getting a professional camera. Let's dive in. Difference between a written sales script and video sales letter is that if it is written, then you can jump across different sections and scroll as you wish like. But with the video, there are only two options. Either they will watch it or they will not watch it. In one case, it will be a lead that can be converted into a sales call, and the another one is a lost lead. What's the structure of a good VSL? The VSL should start with a bold claim. State your exact offer. If you are running an email marketing agency, then your offer might be like, we will add 30k to your e-commerce store in 90 days via email marketing, or you don't pay. Example 2, if you are a sales coach helping people land their first sales job, then your offer might be how to get your first sales job and make 10k per month without having any previous experience of selling. The purpose of this is to directly target your audience and grab their attention as if you were directly talking to them. The next step is to showcase your case studies and results. Show them irrefutable visual evidence that your stuff works. If you don't have case studies or testimonials, you can show some stats and show them what they're missing out on. If you're running an email marketing agency, then you can have a case study, something like you help X brand add in 30k with your email flows. If you don't have a case study, then show them the stats on how email marketing helps in retaining your customer and increasing LTV. The next is, again, the sales coach. Your case study can look like how X person got his first sales job in 3 months without any prior experience. If you don't have a case study, then show them the importance of having a lucrative sales job, lifestyle, work-life balance, performance bonuses, etc. etc. Here is the social proof ranking, which will help you in gauging and understanding what type of case studies and what type of testimonials that you should be having. The least effective one is the screenshots from the client communication, because they can be easily morphed, they can be photoshopped, nobody trusts them, and like there is no authenticity behind them. The next one is the video testimonial from client. Like it is where the client is talking with their phone or camera and they are giving you the testimonial and they are giving you the shout out. The reason that I have put it just above it and not at the top, because you are not in control of that video and they can riff off from their own intuition and whatever they seems to fit. The next one is irrefutable visual evidence and screenshot. That thing cannot be faked. Those are actual results which your clients have gotten or you have gotten with whatever services that you're offering. And the one which is at the top is the client interviews one-on-one, where you are the one who is driving that complete interview. You'll be asking them specific questions targeted directly towards your ICP, and they will be the one who will be answering those questions, and it gives you the maximum amount of proof and maximum amount of authority when it comes to case studies and results. The purpose of case studies and results over here is you're directly showing them what is going to happen if they buy your services or product. The next step, which is the step 3, is future pace your bold claim. Show them what will happen after 3 or 4 months after they have bought your product. Tease them the dream state. If you're running an email marketing agency, then we will help you in increasing the customer LTV. If your CAC remains the same, we will increase profits by using email marketing within 6 months. Example number 2, if you're a sales coach, you will be able to quit your current draining job, work remotely as a sales closer, and make more money than your current job within 6 months. The purpose of this is to show them the impact of your coaching or services. Step number 4 is to introduce yourself. Make them familiar with you. Give them a brief intro. Example, hi, my name is Saurabh. I am running a content marketing agency. I have helped X, Y, Z, and we have a unique process that helps you generate more calls via YouTube sales funnel. Purpose of this is to make it personal rather than have a company logo and making it a corporate jargon. The next step, which is the step 5, is dive deep into the process. Give them a deep dive into what you do. Give them the deep technicals, not the surface level knowledge. I want to go deep. If you're running a B2B cold email lead gen agency, then you should be going deep into how to manage 20 inboxes, each software you use, Smartly, Pokeburn, how to get leads using listkit.io, how to import them, etc. etc. You want to sound like you know what you're talking about. Example, again, if you are an email marketing agency, then you can go along the lines of how to segment your list using Klaviyo, how to have VIP flows, how to integrate SMS marketing. Give them a brief, but it should be knowledgeable enough that you know what you're talking about. The purpose of this is to show them that you are the person who is technically skilled enough to drive everything and you know the ins and out of the service that you're offering. Step 6 is sprinkle more case studies and results. Show them different faces. Show different people who have gotten the results from your offer. Show them different screenshots. The purpose of this is to build more trust and familiarity with the results and different people that they are seeing across the screen. It will show them that your system have worked for multiple people. Step number 7, keep dropping in CTAs. If we are being realistic, then all the people are not going to watch your VSL till the very end. So it is important for you to sprinkle in some CTAs in the starting, in the middle, and at the very end. You should have 3 to 4 CTAs sprinkled out all across your VSL. So if the person leaves in the middle of the VSL, still he knows where he needs to go next and what does he need to do. I will give you an agency example. Book a call with me by filling out the application form if you want to get results just like this. Coaching example, book a call with me to get your first remote sales job in 90 days guaranteed. Step number 8, clearly state your offer and the guarantee. You have talked about a lot of things in your VSL till now. Now is the time to again state your unique offer and the value proposition and the guarantee that you're having in your services. The purpose of this is to make them continue watching the video and take the action. Step number 9 is list all the FAQs and objections. Analyze all of your sales call. List down all the questions that you're getting on your sales call in their frequency and state all of them. For example, if you're running a cold email B2B lead gen agency, you should be correctly answering these questions. Does cold email work for my unique offer? What if I am unable to get the results that you are promising? How are you going to get the targeted list? Are you going to write the scripts as well? Is this even legal? The purpose of this is to pre-handle all the objections that you will be getting on your sales call. Step number 10 is comparison with the alternatives. Here you have to become the Morpheus from the movie Matrix. You remember the scene where Morpheus goes to Neo and he offers him the blue pill and the red pill. You must clearly give them the difference between your services and the other alternatives that are out there. Let me give you an example. I have a list of like what's the difference between a content agency and a freelancer. Like if you look at the different points that I mentioned over here, like first point is the payment structure. With a content agency, you get a month-on-month payment and you can cancel anytime. With an in-house editing team, you will have to do the employee training, you have to have like employee insurance, benefits, government, etc. etc. Days off, work for you all the time and deliver the things that are promised. Like they are human beings, they will get sick and they will take time off. Recruitment cost. They start working on the day 1. But when you have in-house, you will have to conduct interview, you will have to advertise and you will have to train them in order to morph them to a person who will be able to work for you. Onboarding. There is nothing. They will directly start working for you on the day 1. But with an in-house team, you'll be going with welcome kit, onboarding, documents, agreements, HR work, etc. etc. Weekly time investment. You have to invest like 30 minutes just recording the video with the content agency. But with an in-house editing team, you'll have to dedicate 6 to 7 hours in weekly training, oversee the work, status updates, one-on-one, overall chance of getting the results. With content agency, it is high because of the systems and the speed. And with an in-house team, it is low because of skill deficiency, and you will be investing your own time which could have been put in any other place. Now, after you have become the Morpheus, here comes the step 11, which is state the pricing. Give them a range, like the price structure. How is the pricing even done? Is it like results based? Is it based on deliverables? It is based on revenue share? Is it based on pay per lead? Is it monthly retainer? Whatever it is, you have to state then in your offer. Example, for my services, it is 1.2k to 2.5k for 4 YouTube videos, including ideation, scripting, video editing, thumbnail, post-production, SEO, posting, everything. The next is step 12, which is remove unqualified prospects. There is nothing which is more annoying than getting an unqualified lead on the call. Clearly state, who is this not for? You don't want unqualified prospects on the call. It is the worst thing for you as a business owner and as a sales representative. Example, if you are an email marketing agency, then you can be mentioning along the lines of you are making at least 30k per month with your e-com brand, so that you know that they even have the product market fit to even start email marketing in the first place. Step number 13, summarize the key points in the final CTA. Summarize the key points in your VSL, restate your offer, and give them the last CTA again. Here are some extra points that I have to mention. It is not about what you say, but it is about how you say it, how the thing is actually delivered on the video. The next is, you have to do like a thorough market research. You have to target a specific section of a population. It should feel as if you are directly talking to them and not anyone else. Give them some sort of free value, whether it be via information-based lead magnet or a service-based lead magnet. It can be anything, but you should give them a value in any way, shape or form. Next one is your VSL should have a visual consistency throughout the video. Length of the VSL can vary based on your product or services. It can be 2 minutes for a $20 product, and it can go even 25 minutes for a $10,000 coaching program. There is no one size that fits all of them. And the next one is, you can have a VSL in the form of a Gamma doc. This video is recorded in the same manner in which I am advising you to record your VSL as well. What you do is, you make a Gamma doc and you create a Gamma doc as a sales letter, and you go over it in your video sales letter. Gamma is visually so pleasing and flexible. This allows you to create VSLs that have extremely high watch time compared to average VSL. It can be viewed on all platforms, and it can be shared across all the platforms. You can share it with the prospect after they have booked the call with you as well. It can be shared over the text messages, it can be shared over on socials, and it works really well. This exact video is in the Gamma doc format. So the next one is how to record your VSL. We recommend using OBS to do that. This video that you are seeing right now, it is recorded using OBS. OBS is free, it's not too complicated, it has a lot of flexibility. You can have half of the screen where you are looking directly in the front of the camera, and half of the other screen can be screen share video. Why not Loom? Because the quality fluctuates based on the internet speed, and you have very limited flexibility when it comes to camera size. You can record only 5 minutes on their free tier. So what are the good gear to record the video? A camera of your phone or a professional camera works. You can record it via iPhone, or you can record it like the one that I'm using over here, which is Sony ZV-E10. When it comes to microphone, yes, a good microphone does helps. You can use Blue Yeti, which I am using right now, and you can use Shure, or you can use the one with your iPhone as well. One thing which is very important when it comes to having a camera setup is having a decent light. You should have a key light which will help you in giving the light on your face. The next is editing the VSL. In an ideal world, you should get your VSL edited. The reason is that editing does help in retention. Imagine an increase from 10% to 20% in your VSL watch time. It will directly result in you doubling your sales call. You will double the revenue that you are making as well. The software that we recommend to edit the VSL are like the Adobe Suite, which is like Premiere Pro, Photoshop, After Effects. How can we help you? We'll help you in scripting the complete VSL. We'll help you in shooting the VSL. We'll edit the VSL fully done for you. We'll make it visually so cohesive so that the viewers watch till the very end. If you want this, then book a call from the first link in the description. Thanks for watching this video, and share it with the business owners who are looking to light their VSLs. Thank you.